Alright guys, it's time for a trench update on the gaming table. Yeah, I'm a very messy worker, as you can see, but you know, what can you do? The weights are basically, is when I've glued something down, I leave it in place for like 12 or 24 hours and then come back to it, and keeps it all nice and flat. Now the only problem is with this foam is once you remove the silver backing paper from both sides of it, it warps. Even just with nothing on it, it'll warp like a banana. But I have discovered that this stuff, Yoo-hoo, is excellent for sticking it down, even better than the epoxy resin as I was using before, and it's much more economical, so that's the stuff to use. Everything you see is stuck down so far, so I'll briefly go through what I've done. As you know, it's in 4 quarters, and I'm working on the first quarter, and I'm just designing the layout at the moment as I go along. So I've stuck sheets down, cut various channels out, which comes out really nice and easy. I've left a gap there from the beginnings of the fortress so vehicles can move through and actually eventually end up on this top level. I've glued down a crater, and I've started to actually put down the trench system using lollipop sticks, which works really well. I've actually run out of them now, so I've actually got to purchase some more, but they look great. One thing I have discovered, and I'm going to show you here with this old marine, move down to a lower level, it's not quite high enough, so I'm going to have to do something with these areas here so they look more appropriately done with the height. So it often might be sandbags or rocks, I'm not sure what yet. It just needs to be a little bit higher, as you can see. It's just a little bit too low for my liking, but I'll deal with that. These semicircles are going to be gun emplacements, one there and one there. You have quite wide trenches this side, as you can see, and round there and so forth. And then I've also incorporated some much smaller trenches, or narrower I should say, so that'll link up different parts, and this bit will link up to sort of like a command bunker here, which should have all sandbags around there and various other details, and maybe some communication devices here, which will look pretty cool. All of this top section here is all going to be weathered, there's going to be craters put in it and all sorts, but that's the sort of thing I'll do last, because well, at the moment I need to get the basic design out of how it's going to go. So what I'll do once, while I'm working on these, of course, like the wooden planking and so forth, I will do the other quarter over here. Not sure how it's going to be yet, but it will match up and tie up with this quarter quite nicely. So I'm going to have a trench system all over these 2 quarters here, moving back into sort of like pretty much like a no man's land, which will just be all rubble and craters and maybe the odd remnants of an old building or something like that. So yeah, it should look pretty awesome. A lot of work. I've drafted several members of Red Steel to come and help me, so they don't know it yet, but they'll be coming down to help me do this project in time for December, where we fight the Great Crusade battle on Ullanor, and hopefully it'll all be done in time. I shall give you further updates as I carry on with this beast of a project. So yeah, cheers for watching guys. Feedback's always welcome. I'd love to know what you guys think. So don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.